In this video, we're going to look at how the market has crashed since Centurion promo started. We're going to look at where you can possibly put your coins to make some very nice profits. And as we start to build into Sunday flips, where we're able to buy into a lot of cards on the market, today is going to give you the best opportunity to see what cards are starting to rebound and what cards are dropping further. So we're going to have a look at footwears. We're going to show you guys everything you need to know. Let's get into it. Everything you see in these videos is on foottrading.co.uk, the buying and selling prices for every card on this game. We cover every card type. We make sure you make millions. It supports our content, but it also means you will never need to spend a single penny on EA Sports points ever again. Don't rely upon their pack rate and all that stuff. Learn to trade. We will teach you how to trade whilst also helping you along the way. We've got mods, we've got traders, we've got me and Dan, everyone to help you on this journey. You'll make millions of coins, you'll be able to enter the monthly tournaments, and I guarantee you it will change the way you play EA Sports FC. Check out the website, but for now, we'll get into the video. And welcome to the video, guys. I'm Fuzzball40 and I'm here to help you make coins. I guarantee I will help you make millions of coins this year and help you grind all the free packs you could possibly want. You'll never need to buy FIFA points again. If you can drop a subscription, it makes a massive difference. Drop a like and a comment, it really does help. And I'll be live on Twitch directly after this video, so come across and you can get involved in the trading with me over there. But yesterday saw, in my opinion, the best day we've had on EA Sports FC so far. The market has dipped heavily because of it, which isn't ideal if you guys were investing before 6 PM, but if you were liquid at 6 PM, you have done incredibly well. We're going to start by looking at the first thing that I think these are absolutely fantastic, and that is the Centurions box-to-box midfielder. Really awesome evolution, because you can use Lorente and people like that in it. And this Centurions sharpshooter. This is a free one, by the way. Unbelievable. Both of those evolutions are exactly why evolutions are brought into this game, in all of our opinion. It really is about now getting players that are going to be in your team probably for a while now. For me, for example, I'm probably going to do Pedro Neto for this one, Lorente for the other one. They all look incredible. But that's great. But obviously what that's done is it's affected the price of centre mids, it's affected the price of left wingers, and so there are lots of cards that are down. However, they will bounce back, and it's whether you guys want to risk and put your coins in. We have a little look at footwears, and I want to show you what the market has done now. Fluctuations here has been incredible all night, tracking the prices of all these cards down. So we've got all the low points locked on now, so we know exactly where the low points have been. We know where the average has been, so you can see the differences in what they've been. So the 24-hour average, for example, of Park Ji-sung 187 now, and his low point's been 174. There are some really brilliant deals we picked up if you're willing to sort of risk your coins to a certain degree. Now, I would say you don't want to put your coins into anything too long term. Anything you buy tonight, you sort of want to flip on relatively quickly. So what can you do? What I'm looking at are the cards that are basically not discard price, but able to be sniped relatively easily. Kolo Muani, for example, is a really good card, and there are similar like him where you can pick them up on really decent undercuts. So Kolo Muani, 2.8k at the moment. You'll be able to snipe him below that quite easily. But there's a nice gap on him with a Hunter. I think the gap's like 500, 600 coins. So if you can snipe with Hunter, you're looking to flip straight back on immediately. Leo Sano was brilliant for it last night. I tested him out. Hugo Lloris, again, another card. There aren't going to be that many people sitting on these cards sniping, but they've got nice gaps in that 83 rated cards. So people that look at him, that look at Sane's 84, and so is Kolo Muani, but people look at these cards, they list them low. You can get so many of them, and you're looking to instant flip them back onto the market again. So you're not looking to hold them for any distance of time. You're looking to instant flip them. Two cards that I like the look of. Jamal Musiala is basically now at discard price, or discard price for fodder anyway. So if you look at 86 rated, he's basically 1k above that, okay? Now this card is not a card that should really be that price. It's a 5-star skill move, really still quite decent card. These are the cards that have done very well this year when it comes to bouncing back. So now he's at 12k as I record this. As you guys see it now, he's probably going to be a little bit higher than this. I don't believe that he'll sit there at that price. I really like looking at this card. If you want to snipe him and get him gone quite quickly, you'll probably get him at 12k with Hunters on him relatively easily. You'll probably be able to get 14 for those Hunters. Really easy instant flips for those of you guys that have the coins to be like, right, I can flip these on, and decent profit return. We're not talking masses, but decent. You don't want anything, like I say, you're going to have to hold too long, except a few exceptions. Goretzka, he is currently a team of the week. And I told everyone, when it came to these cards that people were investing in for out of packs, you sell in the hype always. Yes, Griezmann's risen a little bit more, that's fine. But Goretzka, for example, hit a nice high of 18.5 with a shadow. He's now down at 15k. This card is easy to pick up, 14.5, 15k with a shadow, okay? Now, the longer he remains out of pack store, the more he should technically rise. Now, Goretzka's in form is 180. There's a massive gap between the two, so it's not like people can just go, right, sorry, I'll sell my Goretzka and buy the inform. Some people don't have those coins. So for a potential longer term hold, someone like Goretzka could be fine. Now, if he's still this low, for me going into the Sunday flips, I'll probably buy quite a few of him. I've got quite a few on my transfer pile already. Moussa Diaby, down heavily, down really, really heavily again. The sort of winger, doesn't really do left wing, he's left mid, but still, it is what it is. He is down massively. A lot of left wingers are. Again, keep an eye on him because every time that we've thought he has died off, he has bounced back relatively well. Last week, less so much, but what I will say is the footwiz graphs can be very, very deceiving. Here it was quite clear that he dipped off. Last week we had him in the flips and he got down to as low as nearly 20k, and here it will say the average is 23 because he bounced back really, really quickly, and you can see it technically looks like he basically didn't rise at all last week. It's not true, he did. But he's down massively about. So I think he's down, what, 30%? It says 24% here, but it's a bit more than that because that's basing it on price that was given maybe a little more sooner than yesterday before 6 p.m. content. But he's down massively, absolutely huge. So I'd be looking at his price if I were you guys. A buy price on him, I'd be relatively comfortable at 16. There is risk involved in this all the time, but 16k I don't think would be a problem. And then we want to look at the mid-budget stuff for those of you guys that have got the coins. And everything basically that's left mid, left wing seems to have been hit. So Ljungberg, for example, has fallen off the face of the earth. So yesterday prior to content at 69k, he's now down at 54k. That is a massive drop in a card like him. Now, the reason why heroes are decent and icons when you trade with them is because there's a finite supply of them in terms of they're not going to get packed 24/7. They're not gold cards that are going to continually get packed. So this drop is going to stop somewhere, and it wouldn't surprise me if the low was there at 51. But I do like him as well. I do think there's some bounce back in him. I wouldn't be buying him at 54. I've just picked one up at 52k. Hopefully it will let me show you in my store. I've just picked one up at 52k, and he was sat there for like 10 seconds, so it wasn't like I had to snipe him at all. But he seems like a really decent buy in my opinion. I wouldn't want to be buying much more than that. And if you guys will see this video now and you'll know if he's bounced back, then cool, snipe him underneath. If he dipped even further, then you need to snipe him lower than I've just paid for this one. This one will go straight back onto the market, hopefully for sort of 57k, and hopefully he sells to that. But Ljungberg could be a decent buy. Park Ji-sung we'll look at first. He is down massively. I bought in, I'm going to make a little loss in him because he just kept dropping yesterday, which is mental. The weird one about Park Ji-sung is why he's really down. And the problem with Park Ji-sung is technically he's a left winger, but a lot of people play him in centre mid, so he really has been affected by that box to box. But again, what will happen is people are realising this is 40 games for these box to box midfielders, so you can't necessarily just go, right, I'm dipping out of him straight away. As you can see, he's had drops and highs and drops and highs. So again, all I'll do is wait for him to fluctuate up again and look to get out of mine for break even ideally. But again, another card that shouldn't really hold this low for the long term. And again, if he's up by the time you guys see this video, then you'll know there's a good chance to maybe buying into it at 6 p.m. today if he dips again, because he has really nice fluctuations. The market is up and down all the time at the moment. And then some other ones. Di Lorenzo is down at 50k. This card is probably the only real top class usable right back in the Serie A, and he's down at 50k. Now he keeps going down. He's had a high of 64, 62 there, and he's kept going down. This drop will only last for so long. I'm going to be interested to see this card when it comes to Sunday flips. If he is still down this low or continues to drop further, then I'm going to be interested in him because, like I say, the market trend from now to Sunday is generally down, but obviously stuff fluctuates up and down. So Di Lorenzo for me could be a half decent one. Kunde's up. We said about Kunde yesterday. He is up. Viali, another one. He actually did relatively well yesterday. If we look at his hourlies, he dipped and dipped and dipped and dipped, and you got those here. It will say 72, right? So I was up at 1 o'clock this morning. You could pick him up at 69, 70 relatively easily, and he's back at 76 again. These heroes are really, really good at fluctuations. They drop a lot and they climb a lot. And if you can get the low right, you make a lot of coins. Now, again, if you can get his low as he's creeped up now, if again tonight he gets down quite low, there's a good chance he bounces back by the morning. So you can think about buying into him if you're mid-budget. Again, these sort of higher price cards do carry some risk. You have to bear that in mind. Dirk Kuyt, again, centre mid, been affected, down to 60. And you can see he was high yesterday. He was, 75, and he's got as low as 56. That's a 20,000 coin dip before now settling at 60, if the dog lets himself in. Before settling at 60 now, which is, again, as you say, 60. If we look at the market, there is more than ample opportunity probably to get him cheaper than that, because I just saw him at 58, relatively, there was like 2 or 3 sitting there. So if you have a little look, yeah, so 58.5. There's one sitting there, 58.5, 47 minutes in. Again, that's got a shadow in it as well, which is probably going to be much easier to sell if he does fluctuate back up again. So I'd be looking at these cards with some interest. I think even if you're, I say low budget, like if you guys are sitting there 200-300k, like you can look at these guys, because if they do bounce back in any sort of half decent way, you're going to look at making a decent amount of coins either way for your investment. But all of this does carry risk with it. But really, it's about watching this market now, seeing what happens in the next 24 hours. And if his cards continue to drop, then Sunday flips could be absolutely incredible. Even as it sits right now, Sunday flips, I think, will be unbelievable. I think it's going to be a very, very good week to make coins. I can't see everything holding this far down for the whole time. I cannot see it happening. So keep an eye on the market. All these cards I've just shown you, look to get on snipes, and you probably will do relatively well from it if you're patient on your snipes, okay? Remember, you can snipe from the club screen. It's usually easier than trying to snipe from this place, from the transfer market. Keep an eye on those cards. It will help you guys to track the market, to learn what the trends are, up and down, up and down, up and down, and make some really easy coins, all right? But if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.